She said she'll be here in February.
Looks like live from
It's a
Ashley
beautiful
said,
night in the neighborhood.
any good restaurants near Music Road Inn? I guess she'll be staying at Music Road Inn. Any restaurants? Well, the diner's over there. The
Skyline Diner, and right across the street is the Wood Grill.
The Wood Grill is over there.
Well, you can walk to Wood Grill, and it is the best 75-foot long, 100-foot long buffet you have ever been at. Home cooked food, very flavorful. They do a great job.
So we walked around last night, and we walked around today, and then we went and took a nap.
Everyone's car that's been out in the weather is coated with a white filmy salt. In this area of the country they use a liquid brine, and they also use rock salt.
As you can see, there's a little more snow over here in Pigeon Forge. Sevierville, Pigeon Forge got more snow than Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg got the least amount of snow for the area that I've seen. Dandridge, Kodak got about 4 inches. Sevierville got about 4 inches. Pigeon Forge probably got 3 or 4 inches.
Gatlinburg got about 1.5 inches, maybe 2. But it was very enjoyable to walk the strip. And the falling snow.
Online classes said, did you get any freezing rain?
Nope, not at all. They didn't even say it was going to snow today, and it has some snow and some sleet this morning. Came down like little tiny styrofoam balls. Those really tiny ones. Sleet. I flew the drone in the snow this morning.
I heard the weather people talk about possible more winter weather coming in a week or so, maybe. Donnie just went up and down, he said, with the drone. He didn't fly around. I wish he would have flew around a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not real sure about the the laws in Gatlinburg. And I have my basic flying license, but I don't have the...
He's going to take some more classes, but we're looking into Madcat was giving us some advice about veterans and their benefits and stuff. And one of the benefits is that you can take all kinds of different classes and stuff, like college classes and all that, and it doesn't cost you anything. So we're looking into that. Hi, Huga Homestead.
Huga.
We're going to see if he can actually get some drone classes. He needs a smoother,
Just need practice.
ability to move the drone, because he uses it like one of those little game devices where you move things fast. That's what he does. Sometimes he'll be slow, but other times he's just like zoom, which makes it mean I can't use the footage at that point.
Yeah, there's a difference between the speed which you can watch at and the speed which you should film at. And the buttons on the controller, when you touch them, that's the speed that it goes. You can't slow it down any slower, because it doesn't even start to move until it moves at the speed the controller tells it to. So maybe there's an adjustment somewhere or something that'll help me with that. We go on this road back up again? No. It's pretty bright.
Oh, you want to go again? I told him I wish there was a drive-through where I could go get a hot apple cider.
Yeah, that didn't cost $9. When you're asking for someone to be there late at night for you in a cold open window, you have to appreciate that. I like these boxes of $2.50 apple cider packages. There's 8 packages in there for $2.50. Or I can go get 8 cups at a coffee place for $8 a piece and spend $64. I don't know which one I should do.
Boy, I wish someplace like the Moon Pie store would have like a hot apple cider thing. That would be cool.
That would
walk
be,
in, get your free moon pie, and
have a little coffee bar in there.
Buy a hot apple cider or a hot chocolate. That would be nice.
But even that wouldn't be drive-through. Yeah, there's nothing drive-through around here.
You should have drove through over there at the.
Well, that just tells us
What do you
what
call
kind
it?
of business we need to start when we move here.
When we move here, we're already here.
Well, into this part of the town. We noticed that about Gatlinburg too. There's not a lot of drive-through in Gatlinburg either. It's very seasonal. It's very weekend, Unless your business is just a weekend business.
I think a drive-through for something like a hot coffee or something like that would go.
Yep.
Would go well.
And we'll put it at one end of town and we'll call it the Spur drive-through. Or the Spur of the Moment drive-through. Now, don't none of you say that, take that and patent that name now. I tell you, it's overwhelming for me between the art storefronts, the drones, regular work. It's overwhelming. I don't know what to do next. I'm a highly focused person. I either don't do it or I do it all the way. I could even be rather OCD and irritable. Oh, I wanted to show. I missed it. Gemini and Three Bears. They're already closed for the evening. Time for me to make the U-turn.
One thing I do like about this area is all the neon. I've always liked neon because I used to ride Route 66 with my family. I was always drawn to that neon.
The next interesting location. A pin in the map of life. When we did our trip on Route 66 back in 2021, we hit a lot of the Route 66 icon things like the blue whale and all that. And then I missed a turn and missed a couple out there in Kansas or wherever it was we were, like the giant soda bottle. I just missed a turn and missed it.
And then I was mad at him because I had fallen asleep.
Yeah.
And he just missed all this stuff that was iconic that I wanted to see.
Yep.
I got mad at him.
And I thought I was heading for it, but there was one little offshoot because, and I tell you, we had fun too because the old Route 66 runs next to the new Route 66 in a lot of areas. And you can get off and drive the original road, and when you do, it's made with cement. So it's like chunk to chunk to chunk to chunk to chunk to chunk to chunk, and you really start to bounce to chunk to chunk to chunk. We've got some pictures of where we even stopped, where they wrote Route 66 right on the road to let you know it's the original one. And I had fun because I acted like Richard Attenborough talking about Route 66, like some rare animal.
Hi Barry, hi Nancy.
I think a lot of that's lost to
Barry
antiquity.
said I get my kicks on Route 66. I always loved that song because that was a family drive. My mom's family lived in Indiana and my dad's family lived in California. So, the two grandparents to visit them, we drove Route 66.
Yeah, that was back in the days you didn't just fly. Gas was 30 cents a gallon. Back when gas was 30 cents a gallon. and love was only 15 cents away.
Hello, Teresa Harden.
Teresa.
So we enjoyed our time, even though Gatlinburg did not get much snow. We did walk out around 2 times. Had to do a vertical live stream because I don't know. I don't know what happened to my gimbal, but it won't charge. I bought one brand new. It worked a few times, wouldn't charge. This one, I bought it, it was working just fine, and then all of a sudden the past couple of times I've used it, it's like, you know, the moment you fully charge it, and then it shows that it's got one dot on it, you know, of battery life. It's like, oh.
And then if you take the camera off, it shows 4. You put the camera back on, it goes back to 1.
I don't know what's happening.
What the heck is that?
I'm gonna have to try to contact the company because this is 2 of them now.
That's fun. One of Shoney's is full and the other one's empty.
Teresa said it was beautiful last night in the snow. It
Yes.
was. And the husky just
We enjoyed bringing that to
absolutely.
you. And we went
This morning
with the husky.
This morning we went with the husky, and she just absolutely had a blast. She loves the weather, for one thing. And then she just absolutely just loved all the attention. Every time somebody would pet her and talk to her, she was just eating it up. She was trying to give everybody kisses and loving on them, and sometimes she would try to jump on them. Hey, the Traveling Mercers.
Hey.
Says, how do I send a picture? You can email me a picture. I'll put my email in there.
Yeah, you can't do it through YouTube. Or try to put it on the chat or anything. I've tried. It won't paste.
There's my email. You can send an email, and I can check it on my other phone.
And then we'll show it on the live stream
I'll
if it's
show it because I
weather
do
picture.
have some pictures. I do have some pictures to show while we're
People have
driving in
sent
this.
us. Now that we're on the spur and there's nothing much to look at, Joy likes to bring out her camera and show you pictures while we're on the dark spur. Going to Gatlinburg, all the way to Gatlinburg.
That was my car. 3 might be 4.
Might be 4 up there in some areas.
You know, because it was, you know. Then this was this morning, checking on it again when some of the snow started to come off. And you can see, if you look up in the close, you can see that it's quite thick on there. That picture right before we left. And I was watching up at the Sky Park. I always look at the Sky Park for the weather, but that's how beautiful it looked. This was earlier when the snow was falling. And that was when the snow was falling, when it, you know, early on, when it was falling. Teresa Cantrell sent me this picture. Getting a lot of snow there for her. And she sent me this one. And this one. She got a lot of snow. She was like not happy because they started getting more snow. She sent the crying emoji. I said, "Aw, it's okay, Teresa." I said, there's somebody out there like Tara Dalmatian that's praying for the snow. So don't get upset if you get snow, because there's always people out there that are praying for the snow.
Yeah. You figure God has to decide. He's getting prayed from both sides. What do you do? I would not want to be God.
Did you get a lot of snow? Did you get more snow, Jimmy Spencer? There's Curly.
Oh, Larry. No. I guess that's why people like Curly, because he was not a lot of words and
He's laughing.
a whole lot of sounds.
Curly's laughing.
Yeah. Curly was a lot of sound effects. He didn't say a whole lot. He was like a little boy, full of sound effects. First thing a girl says is a word. First thing a boy says is a sound. And yep, the bypass and everything is closed.
Yeah, you see that the bypass is closed?
You can't even get up to the overlook. Sometimes they'll have it open up to the overlook so people can use the Campbell Lead Road to get up on the mountain. They close it down to residents only. And there's a lot of, I tell you, I saw a lot of cars parked at the bottom of steep driveways the last 2 days. I just thought, well, there's a car parked in an odd spot. Oh, it was the driveway. And then you could see the driveway skyrocketed up the hill. And there's no way that car's getting up that hill. And you know, some people, when they think it's going to snow at night, they won't even drive up to their house. They'll leave their car down by the road.
Hello.
Walked out to it in the morning.
Hello, Gatlinburg.
Hello, Gatlinburg. There's the Davy Crockett mini golf. Baby's right over there with a musket in one hand and a putter in the other. Uh-oh. We're going through the Happy Lodge dead spot.
They do need more towers. We're still in this though.
I'm still getting a picture on my phone. Coming into town
Hello, Jason. It's a hello to Shayna, Noah, and Jessica. Says we always watch these, and we're eating supper now. Watching. Hi, enjoy your supper, Shayna, Noah and Jessica, enjoy your supper. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah. I've got a member of my family named Jessica. That is a wonderful name. And somebody in the crosswalk wearing dark clothes. Be careful.
I might have to walk. I might have to
Turn the heat back on. I was getting hot.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying I might have to coming up on a stoplight, I might have to wipe this off because it seems a little bit like blurry at the lights.
Microfiber paper towel things here.
I'm gonna wipe this off for a second here. It should be soft. There we go.
Because there was a little crack on one of the circle lenses on the front of the phone I traded in, it dropped to $100. It doesn't even have anything to do with what you're going to save on the phone. Type thanks. Gee, this place seems familiar. Deja vu, like I was just here. Coffee Shack's not open though. Coffee Shack. Baby. Some nice bright white boots there. That's a good thing to have on. Something people can see easily in the dark. Yes, Yes, we've been for years wanting to walk Gatlinburg in the snow, and we finally got to do it. So don't forget to go enjoy our walk in the snow at night and at the daytime with the husky.
We walked in the snow before when the snow was falling in Gatlinburg.
Oh, a little flurries here and there, but nothing like last one.
No, it was a nice snow like a year or two ago.
Gosh, longer than I can remember. I thought last night was the first time I was in the snow in Gatlinburg.
Nope.
Sky Park was closed yesterday, but it's open today. A lot of places were closed yesterday, all day long. Some guy named N. Clement Weather. I don't know who N. Clement Weather is, but he closed a lot of places and they put his name right on the door. You
Donnie
ever
was
heard of
wanting
N. Clement?
to find it.
I know Cleavon and I know Clem and I know Cletus, but I don't know who Clement is. Oh yeah, N. Clement. N. Clement. He can shut down a store quicker than a hoot and a holler.
His last name is Weather. His first name is N.
N.
Clement.
Clement Weather. That's his
Oh,
name.
it's yeah, N. Clement Weather.
Weather. He put his name on all these doors and shut them down. Look at the reflector feet on that dog. We've got shoes on and they reflect.
He's wearing little booties.
That is very safety minded right there. I was watching a video the other day of people putting shoes on their dog for the first time. The dog hadn't had shoes on before. That was hilarious. Kind of like when you give a dog peanut butter, it just makes you laugh and laugh and laugh. They do not understand shoes. Maybe you only put one on at a time and let them get used to one, then two, then three, then four. Instead of trying to put all four at once, they act like they're Bambi on ice.
We went back and had a nap today. You should show him down there. We didn't show him earlier. You didn't want to walk that far. Hi, Lori.
You mean the giant snowman?
Yeah, you didn't want to walk that far.
No. Told us it had enough. That is an 8-foot snowman right there. And a 7-foot soldier.
You can pull up a little.
Called it the shortest army in the world, made up of nothing but foot soldiers.
Laura said, glad to see the roads are drivable. Yeah, they were drivable
Pretty much.
yesterday too. The whole time here.
Yep.
Now, I'm
Just
not
up in Danvers it was a little slippery. Even this morning it was rough.
Yeah, but over in this direction, it was drivable the whole time.
Yep.
Over here in Gatlinburg.
Everybody was so worried. Oh, everybody was like, this is the worst storm. I believe the weatherman when he said 2 to 4 inches.
But I mean, it over there in Sevierville and Dandridge and Kodak, they got,
They got
4 inches.
Yep. But nobody got the heavy coat of ice and limbs down and everything that they were worried about. That did not happen.
They weren't necessarily saying that for our area.
No, it was right below us. We did escape. No complaints. We were ready though. I had an extra generator and everything.
Do we have anything to drink in here? Lori said, has your kitty ever seen snow? She was a Florida cat, so we adopted
We've
her.
never let her
from
out in the
Florida.
snow.
Yeah, she's not experienced snow. But to be honest with you, I do not want to let her out because I tried to put a harness on her once and a leash, and she got out of it. She squeezed herself out of it while I was walking her on the leash. But there's coyotes that come up around there over by the pond at the campground, and that's just on the other side of where the campers are, so I was like, I do not want her escaping.
That would be fun to see
I hear
what
about,
she would think of snow.
I hear about when when people have a cat that they let in and out, and they have coyotes in their area, and then sometimes they just say the cat disappeared.
Yeah.
Lori said we have to be careful with ours as well. Yeah. I'm going to check. Traveling Mercer said they sent 2 pictures, so I'm going to look for those pictures now. I just don't want my cat to have a coyote grab him. Let's see. Okay. What I'm gonna
There's a difference
do.
between taking your time and taking your good old time.
Okay.
Yep, Byron's there tonight. Byron was at the sausage and pizza slice place even yesterday when everybody else was closed. He's a smart man. No, I'm not a smart man. I'm Benny though. Byron, he is a smart man. And they fixed the pothole in front of Jason Aldean's. It's just a little dip now.
All right, Mandy, I sent you my text number. Text me those photos, because for some reason I cannot open them from the email, so I just sent a reply back with my text number to my other phone so that I can show them. Because they got some snow.
Snow.
But I can't open it. I don't know why, for some reason, I can't open a lot of the things if somebody sends it through, like where, you know, where it's on Google and they sent it, or if it's on Yahoo and they sent it, or whatever. My Apple phone doesn't open that kind of stuff most of the time. Okay, here we go. All right.
That's pretty.
Okay, so this is from the Traveling Mercers. That's some snow that they got.
Ooh, wow, that looks like about 6
And
or
then
8.
here's some more.
That's at least 6 inches of snow.
Yeah,
Right
they
there.
got a lot of snow.
I can't stand the snow on my rainbow.
Thank you for sending those pictures, Andy, and everyone who sent me pictures, because that I think it makes
Coffee
it.
shack is open.
I think it makes it a little more fun, you know, when there's participation.
Coffee shack, baby. Ooh, that truck's a buzzing by. They're way too fast, mister. Way too fast. This is 15 miles an hour through here. Do not be in a hurry when you're driving through Gatlinburg. Be ready for anything. Don't even expect it just to come in the crosswalks either. I'm gonna toot it Byron on the way by.
If he's in there, he's not paying attention.
Yep, busy. I think he was just about one of the only people. Goodness gracious.
It was open
Jeez.
last night when every place was closed.
Yep, every place but like Mayfield's is open.
He wanted
Beaver's
to-
open.
He wanted to be available. If somebody, to have your belly full, he
Yep,
said.
warmed and filled.
Warmed and filled.
So that man has a calling. And he's part of the team that owns Berg's restaurant. It's not that he's, you know, oh, I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna make money. He's already got money.
His family,
He
His
is
family
called to
owns-
feed.
he and his siblings own Berg's restaurant.
Cute dog.
Hey, Plaza from Mexico City. Hello.
Scooter gang. Mexico City.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the temperature there? It is 32 degrees here.
Even my favorite restaurant wasn't even open yesterday, but it's open today. It will have grilled shrimp and Asian shrimp and blackened shrimp. Me and Bubba, we made all the recipes. It's very good.
It's not real crowded, as you can see. And it's not late. I mean, it's just after 7 p.m. here. But I don't know. I guess people didn't travel for the snow too much.
It probably, yeah, they didn't even come because of all the snow warnings.
Lori said, Donnie, you cracked me up. She did the laughing emoji. Traveling Mercer said, probably the best time you're not in crowds. Yeah, we walked around here this morning and last night. We thought about going and getting something to eat and doing a live stream, but we took a nap.
Yeah. I guess we could do a pizza. We could get a pizza to go, or
we took a nap, and
I took a nap, and you took a nap.
And it was cold when I took a nap. Cold, cold, cold. Donnie turned the heat on after I took a nap. So he had, it was warm for him. Thankfully, I had a really thick Sherpa blanket. I had a really thick Sherpa blanket, which helped, but I was still cold.
Was that the yellow one we got from Timu?
Yep.
Oh, we recommend that blanket.
Oh, yeah.
That is a really good blanket.
Timu sells a Sherpa blanket that is nice and warm. But I mean, it was still cold, but that helped me a lot because there was no heat on back there in the RV bedroom. Donnie was out with the diesel heater. He had the diesel heater on, he had the door shut, so I had no heat.
Yeah, I just didn't want to disturb my wife as I was watching TV.
And then he went and laid down, turned the heat on in the bed. The little heater.
Yeah, it's funny how that heater started working when I got there. Oh, yeah. Terrible. What kind of husband is that?
He told me it won't come on, and then when he was going to lay down, he's like, okay, I got it on.
What kind of guy is that?
Hey, Gio!
Gio, stopping by. Angry Kitty.
Did you get snow, Gio, or freezing rain, or slush, or I mean, what do you call it? Sleet, or anything over there? Did you get anything?
Anything to make it worth
Lori
being
said
cold?
she'll get you back. Gio said it's cold here too. Did you get any kind of inclement weather?
Precipitation.
Gio said cold melted snow. Oh, on my window.
I know. You have to use yours. That is not Fred Flintstone Dana.
He's shaking his head at me. He's giving me the side eye now. Yeah, they do call it the stink eye. Crazy Mason is closed for
No, the 17th.
remodeling. Crazy Mason is closed for remodeling. They're getting a new floor and other things, I
It's
guess.
supposed to be opening the 17th of January.
There's Terry. She said Angel is the prettiest girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
She loves walking Gatlinburg and getting everybody's loving. She loves it. She is just a happy camper to get everybody giving her some loves. Gio said Godzilla has icicles for teeth.
Yeah, he had some snow on him.
Gio said they had gotten melted snow or rain. Cold
He
melted
was
snow
right
or
in the-
rain.
Right in the area of the mix. We got a crosser.
I know our friends from Aiken. There's a dog over here to the right. It might be a husky. Looks like it might have some husky in it.
Yeah, kind of furry.
This week we're counting down the top 30 songs from this week in 2001. If you have made it,
That looks a little like a husky.
There is Fanny Farkles.
Gio has a question for everybody. What is the oldest open shop in Gatlinburg?
Oh, I'm gonna guess the clock shop. I've heard something about the clock shop being old. For some reason today at 32 degrees, the ice cream places didn't open up. Kilwin's didn't open up. Ben didn't open up. Chocolate Monkey didn't open up. What's wrong with them?
Plaza wants to know how many inhabitants are there in the city. I don't know.
Oh, of Gatlinburg? Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what the
most
resident count
most of the
is.
workers commute. Just the people that can afford those mountain homes are in Gatlinburg. Actual residency is probably pretty low. Any guesses yet on that? The oldest shop? What about the China Bazaar? Although it's relocated right now, it's actually the China Bazaar that used to be in Gatlinburg is now being opened up again. They're getting ready to open it. In the same location.
Teresa,
Really?
thank you so much. You're such a blessing.
Wow.
Teresa sent us a blessing on Cash App, and just thank you, Teresa. That's so sweet of you.
That helps with the weekend.
Jason says 3,577 would be the residents.
Residents.
Gatlinburg
Yeah,
residents.
That's not a lot. I'll bet that there's 25, 30,000 people here that work here. Ripley's is red and blue tonight.
Hey, Spaceman!
Spaceman! Now it's turning blue. And now green.
Spaceman said Howard's Restaurant.
Howard's is the oldest, huh?
And he said since 1946. I had heard that too, as far as the oldest restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the oldest shop.
Oh, oldest restaurant. Okay.
Gio
'cause
was
I
asking,
thinking
what's the
Gatlinburg.
oldest shop?
Gatlinburg Inn was here before anybody. I mean, it was standing by itself. Gatlinburg Inn was like built here right about the time.
So does anybody
Adam and
know
Eve
what
came
the
out of
oldest,
garden.
like, the oldest open shop, not restaurant, the oldest open shop? Spaceman might know, because Spaceman has been coming here probably his whole life.
Yeah.
Jason said it's the old candy shop according to Google.
The old candy shop. Okay. Figures it would be sugary sweet.
Gio said clock shop is not all o'clock. O-L-E, candy shop. O-L-E, old candy shop, not old. O-L-E. Spaceman said the old smoky candy, in 1950 it was opened.
Whew. And I think some of the candy's still in the window. That they first put in the window in 1950.
It would be interesting to see, of the viewers that are watching, if if anyone's chatting in or willing to chat in, how long have you been coming here? Like, the 1980s, 90s, whatever, could be earlier. Obviously, if it opened up in 1950,
Yeah.
so it would be interesting to know who was,
The Book of Love.
because I've been coming down here since the 1980s. The garbage men are out.
Doing their good job.
Hey, Reggie. Reggie said Aerocraft Shop. Lori said the first time was when she was in college and career group in 1993.
Oh, that's 31 years. That's my favorite year, 1993. I got out of the Coast Guard in 91. And Joy.
Aerocraft Shop up on the right when we passed. So was that the oldest actual, like, store shop, other than the candy store? Candy store would be considered a shop. I don't know how long that Aero store has been here.
Where's it at?
Back there, obviously. He said up on your right, but that was back there.
Hmm. Luigi's was open last night. one of the few that was open.
Oh yeah, Luigi's right here. Luigi's Pizza thing.
Yeah.
That was open last night. There wasn't a lot open yesterday at all. Lori said, my husband and I started staying at, okay, it's hard to pronounce. Hopel Steele's Mountain View Inn in 1997, and we've been visiting the area ever since. Gio said that his wife Kendra has been coming here since the 1970s.
Oh, but I'd like to see some of her pictures.
Jimmy Spencer said 1985 when we would come for the first time.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Spencer did share a picture of when he was first here.
Reggie said that he's been coming since the 1970s.
Oh my goodness.
And Teresa said
Send us a picture.
Aerocraft opened in 1926. And I don't know if you were listening when we were saying thank you so much, Teresa, for sending us the blessing on Cash App. We appreciate it. I don't know if you were in or out of the chat at that moment when we thanked you, but we wanted to thank you for that. That was very generous and kind of you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Spaceman said late 1970s and camping at Elkmont. We would come to Gatlinburg and I would get a rubber band propelled airplane and
yeah.
watch the airbrush artists do t-shirts and tags. And cousin Eddie, which he'll probably watch the replay, he used to come to Gatlinburg all the time. And remember when they would get that little bear that had like a collar on and a leash? The leash was chain. It was like a red collar around his neck, and he would have a chain leash with a red thing on the end. He used to come and get one of those every single time he came to Gatlinburg, he said. Teresa said, you're welcome, sweetie. Thank you, thank you. Lori said, Hippensteels. The inn was Hippensteels. So the Aerocraft shop opened in 1926. So that is a long time.
I'll keep an eye out.
Spaceman said Rocky Top was written in Gatlinburg Inn. Go Vols. Yeah, I like to say that when we pass by there all the time, just so that people tuning in case, especially if they're new, that they can find that out.
See some history. See, a lot of the signs on the parkway face the street. They aren't perpendicular, so you really don't know what the name of the shop is unless you look from the road towards the shop, over the roof, or across the street. So I'll keep an eye out for the arrow. I would like to visit that. That's a historical monument to me. And I would like to visit that and buy something there.
So he said it was on the right, going up the hill, over
Somebody-
by the
okay.
left, going down.
Lori said she loved that shop, but somebody just put in there that it's closed now, so maybe. We did hear of a few restaurants in the area that didn't make it for some reason. Teresa said, we've been coming since I was a baby in 1968. Cherokee was mostly where we got a motel, but always went to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. Nothing like it is now. Yeah, it's different. It has really changed over the years. But I was saying when we were walking, earlier, I said, you know, we really like to walk in Gatlinburg because it's walkable. And we love Pigeon Forge, but Pigeon Forge is like where you go to drive.
So there's Jonathan's.
You know?
Glass blowers. jewelry, diamonds.
You have to drive Pigeon Forge. You can walk Gatlinburg, and that's what we like about it. People walking Donnie across the street. Gio said the Parkway boutique is old. Jimmy said my father grew up over on the other side of the mountain. Yeah, Jimmy's father, I think he grew up in the Mount Airy area. Plaza said you can go to the old Smoky Candy store to see it. Reggie said Ronnie Millsap's restaurant used to be where Smith & Sons is now. Smith & Sons used to be
Ronnie Millsap.
Ronnie Millsap's restaurant.
It was also called. They've got classic photographs in that.
Teresa said, yeah, Pigeon Forge is
Smith &
too
Sons.
long to walk. Yeah, it doesn't, yeah, it's not
I've
very
walked
walkable. We've walked it for the rod run.
Oh my goodness.
Like every time.
Yeah.
Like pretty much
You
every rod
scooted
run
it.
we have walked it. And I've scooted it on
Yeah.
a scooter too. It is not easily walkable.
I didn't see Arrow anywhere. Ranger Bob.
Jason said a lady just fell. I didn't even notice. Did you notice somebody had fallen?
No, I was looking to the left.
Jimmy said my father grew up on the other side of the mountain, North Carolina.
There's a piece of trivia for you. Tennessee used to be two states, two halves of Tennessee. They were going to name the other half after who? But then they ended up naming it all Tennessee. But they were going to have another state named after a famous inventor.
Okay, that's a trivia question. Donnie's giving you a challenge to see if you know the answer, and if you need to look it up in Google, that's fine. I would have to look it up. I would have no idea the answer to that question.
Matter of fact, Tennessee was.
Thanks for
I'll
joining
give you a
us,
hint.
Lori.
The new name is West Virginia. What was the original name planned for West Virginia? Because West Virginia used to be a part of Tennessee, but because of the mountains, and if you'll read your history, you'll see that there are Tennesseans, and then there's Tennesseans over the mountain. That caught my eye one day, and I said, Tennessee over the mountain? What's that? And turns out Tennessee was actually bigger. But they made it into West Virginia because of the mountains. So what was West Virginia's original planned name? But they said it just wouldn't work.
Gio said Ellie's Mill is the oldest store in Gatlinburg, over 100 years old. We've been there.
We visit
we've
that
been
every time
there.
we do the.
Yeah, not every time we do this
When it's open, we'll stop.
thing, but we do like to stop there. If you haven't stopped there, you can drive up there, or you can go on the Foothills Parkway and go up there. Not Foothills, Motor Nature Trail, Roaring Fork Motor Nature Trail, and or you can just Google it and drive right up.
That's
up there
true.
to it.
You can get to Ellie's Mill from either direction.
Yeah, you don't have to take the Motor Nature Trail to get there, but it's at the end of it.
Yes, it's quite a reward. And they have some original treats that the foodie loves.
They have like baked goods.
Yep.
You know,
Local.
ooey gooey baked goods
local, lemon. Oh.
and you know, brownies.
Brownies and lemon bars.
And they're kind of large.
Really good.
They look like a schnauzer in that little sweater.
Yeah, it was rough the other day, but it was 24 degrees here. And we were walking. Much nicer today. 32 degrees.
I hear Dino. Did we get an answer to your question?
I have not seen it. I'm not close enough to see.
Teresa said, I grew up above Mount Airy in Galex, Virginia. Now I live near Greensboro, North Carolina. I miss the mountains 42 years later, and I want to move back. There's something about the mountains. I'm telling you. I mean,
Makes you feel
you know,
stable.
a lot of people are beach people, and I've lived near the beach. You know, the thing about the beach is, you know, it's pretty. I enjoy seeing the waves come in and stuff, but I like the seasons, and I like to see nature transitioning and changing. And the beach just does not do that unless there's a storm.
Yeah, you've only got the
You know?
color of the sunset until it's gone, and then it's just a dark ocean.
Jason said, State of Franklin.
Yay!
Ding, 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 ding.
After Benjamin Franklin.
Got that correct, Jason. State of Franklin. So I
He
just
probably thought, why do they have Washington
prefer-
State, but not a Franklin?
I just prefer like the mountains, because the mountains are always changing.
Yep.
Like, look at this. I mean, we had some snow, you know, spring will come, and then, you know, full
Mountains are
summer,
all
and it's
baldy.
all green. When the leaves start turning colors is my favorite, because I love the colors of the
Yep.
leaves. And then
The only thing that happens with the ocean
when the
is
leaves
red tide.
fall, when the leaves fall, you can see views of the mountains that you cannot see in the summertime. And when the snow falls, and see these trees, these Christmas Winterfest trees with looks like snow-covered trees. That's one of my favorite things about the snow. I love to see the snow falling, but these Winterfest trees along the parkway here, when the snow and ice is on the trees and it looks like that, it's just magical.
Thank you, Gatlinburg, for spending money on these beautiful
I appreciate
lighted trees.
Gatlinburg that spent money on these lighted
Yeah, on the
trees.
electricity to light them.
It's just beautiful.
Just a great idea. Genius. Genius of Gatlinburg.
Jimmy Spencer wants to know, Teresa, if you know any of the Spencers or the Bobbitts from the area. Teresa said, I'm a mountain girl forever. I love the beach, but nothing like the mountains. I go to the Outer Banks if I go to see the black bears in the refugees. Plaza said, I want to take my next vacation in Gatlinburg. What time is the best time to go? It depends, because like this time of year, obviously you can see it's not packed here. In January and February, it's not packed, but
I mean,
especially in January, they have these BOGO deals, buy one, get one deals. at a lot of the different restaurants and stuff, so that you can eat more economical. You can usually find a hotel room or a cabin at a discounted rate off of the normal busy season. Now, did you say you wanted to add something?
Yeah,
Donnie?
the hotel, Heritage, Mountain Heritage we just stayed at, right now is $56 a room. And that's just for a straight room, but they have $100 for rooms with a jacuzzi. And we stayed at the Pet Friendly, so it's the time of year to stay. And like Joy said, right now, buy one get one free dinner at some of the nicest places. And don't forget, if you want to go to the Berg Steakhouse, the secret word is Byron said compliance, and you get 20% off.
Teresa said she does know some of the Bobbits, Jimmy.
Yep.
Do you know any city in Mexico? Plaza said. I've been to Mexico, like
I've been to Tijuana.
on a cruise.
Oh yeah, Cozumel.
Yeah, I went to Cozumel. I think my sister went to Tijuana because she lived in El Paso. Isn't Tijuana across the border?
Tijuana's across the border from San Diego.
Okay. Well, what's across the border from El Paso?
I'd have to look at a map.
Spaceman said, Chaco. Or Chaco or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. Juarez. Is that it?
Juarez.
Juarez is across the
I don't
border
know.
from El Paso.
You got my phone on it.
I think Juarez is across the border. That's where my sister went, I think. Juarez, Mexico.
Yep. I think I've heard of Juarez. Next to Pieces. She said dinner. Thanks for joining us, Gio. Here is the garbage collection to try to make sure that they keep the bears out of the garbage. They've got these new trash cans around town. always was fascinated when I was a little kid of that big claw.
That claw.
Would come out and grab all that garbage and scoop it in.
That claw.
I got cars past me on the left,
Plaza
so we're
said-
just gonna watch the garbage pop.
Plaza said,
And it just gave birth to a gallon. Did you see that? It gave birth to a gallon plastic jug. Oh my
Plaza-
goodness, brand new baby gallon plastic jug.
Plaza said, when the winter season is over, where do they store all the Christmas decorations? There are snowmen everywhere.
Did that gross anybody out? That gross.
You know, I saw where, was it Anakista? We saw where Anakista keeps their decorations. But I'm not sure where the city of Gatlinburg keeps their decorations.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have a warehouse somewhere.
Well, you know what? I'll take a chance on this Chandelier Road here real quick. We like the chandeliers, and I know hardly any of you have seen the, what do they call these things? Topiaries at the end of the road here?
Well, don't go too far. Like
No, I'm just going to go up to this one right here.
where the castle is.
I might just go right into this parking lot right here. I missed the entrance. Anyway, just wanted to show you that castle right there. Gatlinburg Winterfest. We're gonna wait for this car to go by. There's some beautiful blue wreaths on that building. It's like candy hanging in the sky. Crystal rock candy.
I like these chandelier looking things. They're pretty.
The singing Christmas tree is down. I believe it.
Anakista did take down their big Christmas tree that was sitting there in the parking lot.
Gatlinburg took theirs down by the
Yeah,
public bath too.
which is fine. That's fine. These trees over here, these different colored Christmas trees are still up.
Are you interested in me getting pizza? Or do you want to get something else? Or just do cookouts or...
Thank you for joining us. Plaza said he's going to go get something to eat, and he enjoyed watching the
Thank you.
live. And he said, sending greetings from
Thanks.
Mexico City. Thank you for
Thank
joining
coming
us.
along.
We
There's
do
some
this.
beautiful mountains in Mexico.
We do this all the time, Plaza. If you want to hit the subscribe button, you can enjoy the videos and the live streams that we do.
There's a few more people out now. They may have gotten back from their day out.
Teresa
They're
said, "Thank you
heading
for the
back to
drive."
hotel.
Thank you for watching, Teresa.
Thank you for coming along. Those of you on the big screen TV, you can click up once on your clicker and then click up to the name and then scroll over to click over to the thumbs up.
Yep. Or click subscribe and like. We talked to quite a few of the youth here. They're having a Christian youth conference here in Gatlinburg. So see all these young people walking by, and then they're with chaperones.
Yep.
They've got chaperones with them,
They sure do.
and they're all over walking. See, they're over and on the right. We saw them walking last
Sometimes a
night
group
and
of 50 of them
today.
there.
You know,
They were
they're
skin-
all from the Christian Youth Conference. This group right here on the right, as we're passing them,
Yep.
we
and
saw
one
all
passing on the left
they were
too.
walking around last night and this morning.
And this morning, oh, they loved on the husky.
Spaceman said, "What are you having for dinner tonight?" Teresa said, "The next best thing to being there is watching it live. Beautiful as always."
Well, I've been talking to her, but she hasn't been answering me.
He
so
keeps
I don't know
asking
what we're
about
having for
ordering a
dinner.
pizza. I don't know.
That's not what you want. It is like 600 calories for 2 slices.
He fixed me a little bit of beef, a little bit of steak, leftover steak from our BOGO at Alamo. We had some leftover steak, so he fixed that with some lima beans for me. That was a late lunch because I took a nap. I laid down at 2 o'clock, woke up at 4 o'clock. And then had that. He warned me. What? Donnie, stop.
I could have gone by.
No.
Looks like a little youth conference group right up there in that window. Why, wouldn't you like to have the ear of 1,000 children to tell them one good piece of advice? Pretty sure and all the wildlife is pretty calm and sleeping right now.
Hopefully the bears are sleeping
Yeah, there's
They
another
wake
group
up
of kids.
and come out again. I know I can definitely go for an Andy's frozen custard.
Oh. Well, that'll
These
save
are-
me taking you out to dinner. I'll be glad to do that.
I said that would be nice if we found a BOGO thing, but he said there's no BOGO on Saturday night. They don't do the buy one, get one on Saturday night.
You know, that's how it is. That's when they make their money.
Teresa said she needs some wings from Gatlinburg Pizzeria. LOL.
Is that the one over on
I think-
321?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I might have tried their wings there
Mhm.
before.
Right at the parade. Remember I bought them at the parade?
Oh yeah, during a parade we had their wings.
Yep.
The stinging honey garlic wings. She said yes. Which one? Yeah. We sat there for the Christmas parade once, and Donnie went over there and got. Did you get pizza too, or just wings?
Just wings.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I did get pizza too. when we found out that wings were about 100 calories each, we didn't stop eating as many as we used to. Boy, the kids are everywhere.
So the weather people they said they're starting to watch another possible winter weather map thing coming in, whatever they call it. Do they call it a mass? What do they call it? Where the
Front?
A front.
Weather event.
Winter
Anomaly.
weather.
Anomaly.
They're watching, thinking we might in the area get some more winter, which I won't mind, honestly. I like, if it's gonna be, you know, no leaves on the trees, then I'd like to have January with some snow.
Yeah. Yes, the town has been flooded with multi-passenger vans. Thank you, Lord, for the youth safe on the roads
And
here
traveling
and home.
and traveling home. The
Thank you.
safety of the
Angels
youth
roundabout.
all the way home in those
Nobody
vans.
falls asleep. Everybody stays awake.
No bad
Nothing by any means.
weather
will
events,
harm
no accidents, no calamities, no injuries for these youth as they finish off their conference and head back to their homes.
That was a close call there. Whenever a car in front of you is stopping, they may be stopping for a pedestrian you don't see. And somebody almost got hit just now. That pickup truck went around that van. Didn't know why the van was stopped. Thinking only of itself. And that person was in front of the van. It was very close. Yeah, I love Fanny Farkles. Ooh,
Teresa said, "That's wonderful. I love
pound hot dogs.
seeing the young people serve God." Amen.
Amen.
Because a group of them walked past us and they said, "Jesus loves you," and I said, "Amen."
I guess the ice cream shops didn't want to open up and pay somebody to watch people walk by all day. Is it cold and ice cream is not on the list? Coffee Shack's got a list though, list of people watching. I'm on the street this time.
It's nice to see the little garland here along the fence, and it had a little snow on it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that was the nicest thing new. We haven't seen that before.
That was new this year they put out. I like when they add new things like that. said she's going to have to come up and get a corn dog. Her mouth waters when we pass by Fanny Farkles. She said, I can smell those onions and peppers.
Oh, that's what I like. Onions and peppers on that half-pound hot dog. And I really like their Philly cheesesteak is very good. I was surprised. It was big and it was very, very much a good value for the price. I saw a blue light up here. Was he chasing off something? Here's the ramp. On the trail house. Nothing up the ramp. Oop. Way up there. There's Zoners. Creekside. Zoners.
Teresa said, yes, they're good too, Donnie. Also want to thank anyone that watches in the replay.
Oh, thank you, replayers.
Appreciate you all.
What are we waiting for?
The BMW had snow on it.
Yeah, it got slaughtered with plow salt and snow. Not exactly your greatest thing to happen to your car. We sometimes get a blank spot right here. Looks like we're going to make it past there today.
Teresa said, thank you for the videos. It's reality TV at its best. And good night, Gatlinburg. Thank you all for watching us. We love you.
We love you.
But Jesus loves you more. Have a great night.
Good night, guys.